What's up? My name's Chad Peters, and welcome to the Xgroove. Today we're learning our very first drum beat. This is for my drummers who have never played the drums before and are looking for the right place to start. We're going to use something I like to call the breakdown method, where we take each individual part of the drum beat and break it down into simpler coordination. It's going to be a 4-step process, and each step will play for a repeated amount of measures to develop a muscle memory. We do this so that when we're playing the full groove, we're not thinking about the individual limbs. So let's get right to it. For our first step, we're going to focus just on the hi-hat here. Now you can either play this closed or you can play it open, whichever's more comfortable for you. Sometimes leaving it open the first time around is simpler because it takes that little bit of extra coordination out of the challenge. So let's look at the music at the bottom of the screen. You have 4 measures of music. Those measures are separated by the bar line. Then you have the X at the top of the staff, signifying the hi-hat. Then you have a stem and a single beam running across, connecting the 8th notes. Those 8th notes are counted as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We will be playing the hi-hat all the way through on all those counts. I'm going to demonstrate for 4 measures, then I want you to follow along for 8 measures. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1. Okay? So what we do is at the end of that 4th measure, we play 4 and then we finish off on a 1 for a nice clean ending and a good feel on that downbeat. Okay? So if you think you can follow along, let's go for 8 measures. Play along with me, counting out loud to reiterate those counts and work on our internal clock. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1. Again, ending on that 1 for a nice clean ending. This should have been fairly simple for you, not a lot of coordination involved in that. So, if you handled that well, let's move on to step 2. Still playing our hi-hat pattern from step 1, we're now going to be adding the snare drum on beats 2 and 4. This is where our counting comes into play. So if you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see the 4 measures of music again. Hi-hat playing 8th notes all the way across, but then on the 2nd space down, you see the snare drum note on beats 2 and 4. I'm going to demonstrate this for 4 measures, and then I want you to play along with me for 8 measures. Keep your eyes on the ticker and count out loud with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay. That's the backbeat in music. When you see people snapping and clapping to the beat, that's the backbeat. So if you're ready and you think you can hang with it, let's play together. Keep counting out loud and keep your eyes on that ticker. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1. Okay? I like that. I love that backbeat. You will grow to love the 2/4 backbeat. It's standard in almost all of your common music you hear these days. So if you're ready, let's move to the next step. For step 3, we're going to remove the snare drum for a moment and focus on our hi-hat pattern with our kick drum on beats 1 and 3. To play your kick drum, simply lift your heel and drop the leg. Lift the heel and drop the leg. Okay? Let's look at the music at the bottom of the screen again. You still have your 8th note hi-hat pattern. And we remove the snare drum on beats 2 and 4 for this one. And now you have your bass drum note under beats 1 and 3 in that last space. I'm going to demonstrate for 4 measures, and then I want you to play along with me for 8 measures again. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1. Okay, ending on that downbeat again. Now, before playing along with me, if you need to work on this by yourself for a minute at a slower pace, feel free to do that. And when you're ready, let's go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 4 and 1. All right. I love that. It has a nice pulse to it. Feels really good. Now, if you struggle with that at all, feel free to repeat the exercise as many times as you need to before moving on to the next step, because we're going to put it all together in that next step. So whenever you're ready, let's go. Before we get started with step 4, if you're liking this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave some comments below. Let me know if there's anything you'd like me to cover in future lesson videos, and also be on the lookout for the Xgroove live stream where I'm out there answering all of your drumming related questions and giving you plenty of tips and tricks to take your drumming to the next level. So let's get to it. Here we go. Step 4, the final step. We're putting it all together here. If you look at the music at the bottom of the screen, you see your 8th note hi-hat pattern across the top. We have the kick drum on beats 1 and 3, and our snare drum on beats 2 and 4. Now I'm going to demonstrate this, and then I want you to play along with me, but we're going to play at a slightly slower tempo for this step to allow our brains to understand the coordination before we speed up to faster tempos. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Ending on that 1 again for a nice clean ending. So, before you play along with me, if you need to work on it by yourself, feel free to do that. And if your beat sounds a little sticky like this, that's okay. You're on the right track. It takes a little time to get the coordination to smoothen out. So, if you're ready, let's play together for those 8 measures. And then we'll speed it up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1. Congratulations, you just played your very first drum beat. Remember, everything from here derives from this. Learn this beat well. So, if you're ready, let's speed it up. Now that you have your very first drum beat down, we're going to work on strengthening that drum beat. I want you to play along with me for 3 different tempos: 80 BPMs, 90 BPMs, and 100 BPMs. Your goal is to be able to play along with me at 100 BPMs with minimal mistakes. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. right, let's keep it moving. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, the final tempo. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, congratulations. I hope you enjoyed your very first drum lesson. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like the video, and I will see you next time.